Hey there guys, welcome back to Snowrunner. I'm MJ Haggis, and we are in a new truck. Can you guess what it is? I've bought it and I've configured it for this job. It's got a sibling. Do you know what it is? This is the Voron Grad. It's a truck I've never owned and I've never obviously driven it. So, I thought I'd buy it, bring it out, give it a trial run, test drive, see how it gets on, because I like the other Voron. I've got the Voron AE and some numbers, and I think that's an awesome truck. It's a bit similar to the Tega, and I'm wondering, well, what's different about this one compared to the other Voron? But I don't know, so I'll find out, maybe. We're going to do Block Alpha. It's a lot of things to pick up, but they seem to be quite easy to get to and hopefully quite easy to drop off. I'll show you as I do on the map. We're going to pop down to the warehouse and pick up 2 packets of sand. From there we'll drive north and we'll head to this warehouse, and we're going to pick up any of the next 3, either the concrete blocks, the cement or the oil barrels, because they're all located there, which is quite handy. Then all we got to do is drop them off at Block Alpha. Seems pretty straightforward. So there's our 3 locations. Obviously we're at the garage and we're going to head down. I'll go around the top road and then we're going to cut down that kind of shortcut that we found. That'll test out its snow capabilities and pop into the warehouse. Now I'm going to use the sideboard semi-trailer. This one is the off-road version. We can use for 5 slots, but that's just by and by, because we're going to just top it up. If it's 5 and then a 3, or 5 and a 5, because I think it's 10 altogether. So it's 2 trips of 5. So nice and simple. Oh, he's fallen asleep again. Ah, yeah. Wakey wakey. Seems quite good. I've got the usual upgrades that I put on all the trucks. Snowrunner gearbox. Got the chains, obviously, as you can see. The heightened suspension. Bigger engine. And that's it. Nothing that you haven't seen me put on trucks before. Unless, of course, this is your first episode watching. If it is, welcome to my Let's Play. Oh, hold on a second. That reminds me. I would like to welcome 2 new subscribers. Yeah, racking them up now. We've got T Performance. Hi T, glad to have you along. And we've also got Muru-san. I don't know if that's Japanese, possibly with this SAN at the end. But Muru and T, thanks for joining. Thank you very much for subscribing. I hope you're enjoying the Let's Play. Anyway, on that note, let's get driving. After using this trailer previously, I quite like using the ones where it's not a dolly one, where you could easily tip over. We'll be acting. He must, he's so close to the garage. We're thinking, why can't I just go back to the garage? Now, I suppose that's one of the main differences between this Voron and the other one. Is the other one I'm 90% certain that it's got permanent all-wheel drive and diff lock, whereas this is both selectable. Made it through that mud just back there quite easily without me activating any of them. Couldn't quite tell of the colour match to the trailer there, but it's not that close. And this has got the DLC paint scheme. It looks like it's a Pro or a Raven or something like that across the bonnet. Spinning the wheels, but it's still, without activating all-wheel drive and the diff lock, it's doing pretty good. Let's drop it down into the low. Hey, that gets a thumbs up for me. Probably under 10 litres a minute that way. That's not bad. And it's got a bigger fuel tank than the Voron AE. I think the Voron AE is 280 litres. Correct me if I'm wrong. And this has got 330, it's a fairly decent sized tank. I do notice that I'm also, again could be wrong, but I think the Vorons don't quite have the same turning circle as the Tegas. It's still not bad, but it's certainly, it's not like a taxi cab that can turn in its own circle almost. So we're going to go down here. This will be a test of it. Going to knock that tree down, and the one behind that, and the one behind that. Sorry, I'm sure you'll grow back. Ooh. I know it's going downhill, but that's pretty impressive considering I haven't even put the all-wheel drive on. So on that note, let's stick these guys on and see how it suddenly handles. To be honest, it's not suddenly changed. It's pretty decent with and without. Up the fuel consumption though. It's back down again. 3.8. Yeah, it's not bad. Right, in here we go before I forget. Gonna have to do a turn. I'll do it at the top end of the yard. That'll do there. So we are collecting from here the packaged sand. Nice and simple. I wasn't sure, and I never even bothered to check, to be honest. I just stuck the low saddle on it and brought it out. I don't know if you can get a crane on this at the front. There's a good amount of space between the saddle and the trailer, obviously, and the cab. So maybe that's another viable option, because I do like having the crane fitted if possible. It's been a wee while since we've been over on this map. I need to try and reorientate myself a little bit. I've still got things like the Ford F750 way to the north at that task. I've just left him there. I should really get him back or do something with him. Maybe we could do a wee trip out with him at some point. Okay, definitely needing the all-wheel drive now. Forgot, I kind of should have gone off to the right hand side of these telegraph poles. And I think the other one that's left out and about is the 5319 Azov. That's the long log trailer one. And obviously you saw the Actaeon up at the garage. That was for the fuel. So I thought I would move on with this Block Alpha on the basis of it moves us closer to the Block Beta. Or no, it's not Block Beta. I'm going through the alphabet. It must be Gamma. Whichever one's locked after this. It's going to be a lot of logistical pickups and drop-offs. It should be quite interesting though. God, I can feel the weight of the sand. It's kind of affecting the steering slightly with the weight of it. I mean, the saddle's kind of in between the two axles, maybe slightly biased towards the rear axle of those two. It feels like it's lifting the front a little bit. I mean, you would, if you were loading it, you would, especially on icy conditions like this, you'd definitely have the packaged sand at the front to get the weight over the axles. Maybe just need to get used to it a little bit more. Only 4 gears in this gearbox, which is very similar, but that's quite quick. Look how quickly, in fact, I'm going to have to slow down. Whoa! Tell you what, I picked up some speed there. I'm surprised it didn't pick up any damage. Seems to be quite robust. Now, I need to think, are we turning right here? I think we are, yes. This will be a test of its mud capabilities. Still no all-wheel drive on, and it's pulling quite well. Let me drop it down into low. I tell you, that ain't too shabby. I'm pretty confident a lot of trucks would have had to go into all-wheel drive by now. And possibly have the diff lock on. What a beast. I'm surprised I've not used this truck before now at all. I probably picked the Voron AE purely because of the permanent all-wheel drive and diff lock. It's just so convenient. Don't have to worry about it. I'm going to stick the all-wheel drive on, see if it pulls any better. Seems to have made no difference. Oh no, maybe a little. When you were slowing down there, it was just enough to keep it moving. Right, diff lock. Yeah, I was kind of coming out in the mud there anyway. Handled like a champ. It doesn't have shifts for the 4 automatic gears. That's a plus point if ever there was. Before I actually bought this, when I was just like messing about, thinking about what I was going to do for this video, I went through my truck selection to see what I could bring out that I haven't used that's got a low saddle, and surprisingly, other than the obvious Hager, but there wasn't much left in my garage that was capable, because I was going to bring out initially one of the Tatras, either the Tatra Force or the Tatra T813 I think it is, and both of them do not support a low saddle. They support the high saddle, which I thought was quite surprising. I totally forgot. So my options became a bit more limited. I'd considered then the Mustang, and nope, no low saddle or high saddle for the Mustang, which again I was a little bit surprised at. And then I started thinking about what have I got that's in the truck store that we don't or have never brought out, and that's when this popped up. And I think that's a pretty good choice. Any of you guys used the Voron Grad, and have you got an opinion on it? Yeah, we'll go in this way, I think. Makes no odds. Right. Back round. Ooh. We'll hit the crane. Shame it doesn't have a roof. It could do with a roof rack with a couple of jerry cans and a spare tyre. Right, what are we taking here? We're not taking... Oh, we could take concrete blocks. Okay, we'll take concrete blocks, 2 of them. The trailer's hunkering down on its suspension there. And oil barrels. Okay, that's a good mix. So we've got 1 oil barrels and 4 cement for the next one. Now, that's used up 120 litres of fuel. I'm trying to figure out, do we need to get fuel either on our way or on our way back? We do have the wee scout fuel trailer nearby. I'm just going to slow up. In fact, stop. Let's have a look at the map. So we're going to head back down, turn right, carry straight on. There's the wee scout fuel trailer, or scout fuel carrier, and it's 100% filled and in. I need to figure out how we're going to go in here now. Logically, that looks like we're going to go in and turn left from that direction. Okay, that's cool. If I get any damage, I can go and get that fixed nice and, well, easily and for free. Okay, if push comes to shove, we'll use the wee scout fuel trailer carrier. It's there for a reason, might as well use it. It was a freebie anyway. I'm still so impressed by the speed of this thing in automatic. Until you obviously would drop down to first gear. I mean, that's with a fully laden trailer without all-wheel drive on again. How can you not be impressed? Still getting a reasonable miles to the, or litres to the minute. It's quite an interesting mix. What's Block Alpha needing? Concrete blocks, cement and oil barrels and packaged sand for? How bizarre. Go on. We do get a little bit of understeer still, but see what it's like going in this corner. Oh, suddenly gripped there. Almost put it into a telegraph pole. There we go. Still spinning the wheels slightly, but hey, we're moving. Try and go around some of the rocks. I think they'll just slow us down. Dropped it down to the medium-low ratio. And considering these aren't even the mud tyres, these, the chained ones, I never noticed the efficiency, but I presume they're pretty still decent in mud. Obviously you've just seen it. So if I had the mud tires, if you're using this in a mud map, maybe what's the other good mud map? Or region, I should say. Is it Dawn? Or even Maine, one of the newer ones where you got that super mud. I imagine the Voron's pretty good in that and all. Go on, zoom up the hill. I can see this guy being a more permanent feature in my truck store. These blocks can sometimes do a wee bit of damage to the suspension if you hit them hard, but I know it's doing well. Not a single bit of damage. This is almost going as smoothly as that last mission I did with the Kikimor. If you've seen it, you'll know what I mean. It was crazy smooth. Right, where's this gateway? Okay, I'm going to go on the left side. I know I shouldn't, but oh, that was close. Nice and wide. Yeah, no problems there. Oh, okay. Let's squeeze through there a bit. Somebody didn't do a good job of placing those shipping containers. But we're in. First load done. Concrete blocks gone, oil barrels and packaged sand. I'll take that. Let's try and get out of here in one go. No problems. Okay, I'll do an edit, guys, because, well, you've just seen the route. I'll bring you back when I'm about to load up the 4 cement and the last oil barrels for the return journey. I'll top up with, yeah, I'll pick up some fuel here first. And then I'll bring you back. Refuel. Yes, please. So, I'll see you in a sec. Right, that was a fairly straightforward drive back. No shenanigans with that one. So, right, okay, oil barrels. Only one of these, please. And cement. Lovely. And off we go again. Oh, it's feeling like the sun's setting. It's been a fast, what's that now? 25 minutes roughly? Again, I'll keep you with me for this return journey, just in case something happens. It'll be nice to finish off, get this Block Alpha contract completed in this episode. And hopefully before the sun's completely gone... Ooh, that was a bit of damage though. Suspension did not like that. But it wasn't much. Again, I'm not bothered about too much damage of that nature, just because we can get this fixed pretty much immediately after we finish this task, or even before, just by that little service point right next to this drop-off location. Doesn't like going in a straight line on that little section of road. Again, I don't know if it's just a trait of this Voron with the weight of the 5-slot sideboard trailer. It does feel like the steering's very light at the front, obviously. Okay, back into auto, all-wheel drive off, and let's try not to crash. I had to use the winch coming through this section. I got stuck on a big boulder, but obviously loads of trees, as you can see. No problems whatsoever. It was just, oh, okay. Didn't expect it. I went over one of these 2 big boulders and it kind of just like beached me slightly. Oh, we're getting a wee bit bogged down here. Come on. See, that brings me back to a point I mentioned. I wonder if the more you used a route, does the traction get worse because you're turning it up and it makes it harder to get through? I'm going to go over those rocks. I don't think it should. I could be wrong. Yeah, see, they are catching. Okay, that was a bad idea, but I'm not overly bothered, not stressing about that. But it did it so easily the time before. Is it does make me think that the route becomes more difficult the more you use it, until it resets, obviously, with a, I don't know, like I said in the previous episode, does this route reset when you log out and log back in for your next session, or when you change region, change map? I don't know. Maybe there's just the cement's heavier and that's all that caused it. I think it's suddenly going to get dark soon. It suddenly got, did you see it flick light for a second there? Which is a surprising one, considering I was expecting it to go darker by now. We've not seen inside the cab yet, have we? Let's have a quick... Oh, that's the back. Get a bit of lag as we enter the cab. Let's have a quick look. Oh, nice. Okay, not too bad. We've sat in worse. Oh, nice double mirrors. Good. Bit bouncy over these concrete slabs. Whoa. Yeah, no problems whatsoever. I can't look any further down in the cab, that's the limit, but it's pretty decent. finishing the cab view just to get into this drop-off point, I think. Get the mirrors ready in the view. Hard round. Go on, round, 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 round. Okay, that wasn't as round as quick as I thought it was going to do. I'll just leave it in high ratios, no point in changing now. We're almost there. Going round you come, round. Yeah, didn't want to do it there. Let's back it up. The lights on. Ooh. Oh, there we go. That was a lag one, that, wasn't it? Nice. Going round you come, I've got a full hard lock to the left, but it's having none of it. Not quite a jackknife. And we're in. Cool, let's jump back outside. Bye-bye cement, and bye-bye oil bar. Ooh, we got a cutscene, yeah. Ooh, what we building there? Stage complete. Nice. Okay, let me back out of this. Right, my plan will now be to get this Voron back with the trailer to the garage. I'm not sure, we might end up using a similar configuration. There we go. Let's stop the engine. And we'll figure out what we're going to go in tonight. It might be block gamma. Let's have a look quickly. Yeah, notice this one here. Block gamma, yes. So, there you go. That's another doozy. Figure out what we're going to do next, guys. That could be the task we do, something a bit more interesting. And as I said, we've got the Ford F750 up here, so maybe we'll do something again, maybe a bit different from that. We'll go and have a look at this family business. Maybe the Ford F750, the Ford F750. God, that always gets me, doesn't it? It can help out with this guy. Maybe it needs to be dragged across the map somewhere, but the Ford could do it, no problem. Lights off, save the battery. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed that one, leave me a thumbs up. Just the usual stuff. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. That'll be appearing about there. And you'll see me again soon. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.